Hey guys, in today's video I'm doing an aquarium nail within an aquarium nail, so if you'd like to see how it was done, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. In today's video I'm doing a very interesting aquarium nail set. It's something that I thought about in December. I don't know where that came from in my mind, but I needed to try it out. I needed to see if I could bring it to life, So I'm just picking out my sizes here. I'm using the full covered 3XL square nail tips. I get these nail tips from Amazon. So yeah, I'm finding my sizes. It's pretty easy to find my sizes because I do have them labeled. Now I'm using my red marker to mark off all of the nail tips to where the aquarium tank will be starting. I only needed to do it on 2 of the nails, but right here I kind of forgot that. It's only needed on the middle nail and the ring nail because I'm doing this aquarium split heart nail design. I think I'm saying it wrong. It's a split heart nails. No, it's a split heart aquarium nail set. So anyway, I'm using this nail palette that's still in the plastic. I'm keeping it in the plastic because when I'm doing my aquarium nails, this will be easy to use, or you can use some nail forms. I usually use my paper nail forms as well, and I'm using my Modelones rhinestone glue. So I'm just placing a layer of the gel glue on the nail palette, and I'm curing that for 30 seconds. There needs to be plastic on the nail palette in order for the gel to be removed easily. So yeah, I'm just removing the piece of gel that I cured for 30 seconds, and I am going to be cutting it into a triangle. This is going to be the base of my aquarium tank. And then I would bend the tip of the triangle right there, and I would place that where the red marking is on the nail tip. I'm going to be adhering that using my Modelones rhinestone glue, and I just use a tweezers to pick up the triangular base, and I apply some pressure and flash cure that for 5 to 10 seconds. Next, I'm just going to be filling in the spaces in the aquarium tank, and the base of this aquarium tank is still flimsy. So when you apply some more of the rhinestone glue and cure it, it will get a lot more sturdier. And you always have to ensure that your thumb is positioned right where my thumb is positioned because of the fact that the base is still flimsy. When you apply the rhinestone glue and pat it in place, it can move. But by keeping your thumb right under the base, it ensures that it doesn't move. And I flash cure for 5 to 10 seconds until I'm finished. And then when I'm finished applying the rhinestone glue to the base of the aquarium tank, I would cure in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds. And this is how it's looking, and as you can see, it's not as flimsy as before. Now I'm going to be cutting off the excess gel, and then I would file to get a straight line. So I make sure to file with the tip facing downwards. I don't want a lot of the dust getting inside of the nail. So this is a mini experiment I was doing. I saw on Instagram someone used some soap water and some baby oil in one aquarium tank. So it was a mixture of the soap water and baby oil in the aquarium tank so that the glitters would move and it wouldn't stick to each other. but she used the tiny glitters. So I thought it would work for these glitters as well. Boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong. As you can see, there is a line so you could see where the soap ends and where the oil begins. So you can see the difference between the soap and the water inside of the aquarium tank. And when you shake up the aquarium tank, it looks cloudy because of the soap water that I used. So that was a no for me. I thought it was going to work because I wanted the heart-shaped glitters to move, you know, like really move. But unfortunately, that was not going to happen. I was pretty disappointed though because I really thought it would work. So I'm going to be drawing the split heart on the ring nail and the middle nail right here. I had to draw the other side off camera because it was very difficult. Now using the rhinestone glue, I'm placing a very thin layer of the rhinestone glue on my nail palette, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I'm just removing it right here. It needs to be thin because you need to be able to bend it and stuff like that. Next, I'm just going to be cutting that into half because I would need a piece for the other nail. So I cut that into half so it's really thin and really narrow. Now I'm just going to be forming it into half of a heart and sticking it inside of the aquarium tank. So I just placed a small bead of the Modelones rhinestone glue, and make sure to apply the small bead of the rhinestone glue to the curved area of the heart because it makes it easier to apply the thin piece of gel to that area first and then the outline of the rest of the heart. I had to place a paper towel under the nail tip so that it doesn't move that much. And yeah, I'm just going to be doing that. This was a tad bit challenging to do at the start, but when I got accustomed to doing it, it was pretty simple to do. So I'm just using the thin piece of gel just to go around the outline of the heart to create a border. So I'm just going to be curing as I go and making the shape of the heart. So I place some more rhinestone glue in certain areas and then I would cure it. So when I was finished, I cured that for 30 seconds in my 48-watt nail lamp. And this is how it is looking. I'm just showing you guys from different angles how it's looking. Now I'm just cutting off the excess gel. So I really was not sure how I was going to achieve this. This was just an idea in my head, and then one day I just decided I needed to do it right now. So there wasn't really much of a thought process as to how I was going to achieve this, but I just went for it and it turned out okay. It wasn't great. I could see things that just does not look good, but it wasn't great, but it was good enough. So I'm just using my sanding band just to even out everything, and then I would dust off the excess. So I'm going to be using some heart-shaped glitters, some pink heart-shaped glitters that I'm going to be placing inside of the heart. And I wasn't sure of how many hearts I needed to apply inside of this heart section, so I just went with whatever felt right to do. I really wasn't sure what I was doing, but I was just piling on the hearts inside of the heart. So I needed to create a backing for the heart section of this aquarium nail. So on my nail palette, I'm going to be drawing a heart, a full heart with the rhinestone glue and curing that for 30 seconds. This layer needs to be thin, not too thick. Then I'm just going to be removing the heart-shaped gel from the nail palette, and then I'm going to be cutting that down the middle. Next, I'm going to be placing it over the heart section of one of the nail to cover that section. So what we are going to be doing in order to seal it and make sure that they stick, I'm going to be placing the rhinestone glue on the heart-shaped gel. And then I would place it on the nail tip and cure it for 30 seconds. And this is how it looks. Now I'm just going to be opening it up just a little bit so that I can place the liquid inside, and this didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it to. Apparently there were some spaces when I was doing this heart-shaped section, so the liquid leaked out of this section right here. I also forgot to place some of my caviar beads in this section, so I'm going to be doing that as well. So as I said before, applying the liquid into this section really was a mess because all of the liquid leaked out into the nail. So I had to think of another alternative to how I was going to achieve this nail design. So I decided to close back up the hole or the space right here. So I'm using some rhinestone glue, and then I would cure that to seal back the hole, the space. Now moving on to another section of this aquarium tank, I'm going to be placing some of these dark pink heart-shaped glitters in the other section of this aquarium tank. And on one of the nails I didn't apply enough, which was my bad, but I think was the middle nail. I should have applied a little more, but anyway, I'm just applying some of the heart-shaped glitters to that section right here. And then I'm going to be making the backing of the aquarium tank. So I'm placing some of the rhinestone glue on the nail palette and creating a rectangle. So when I was finished with the backing, before curing it, I had this great idea of applying the nail tip to the backing and then curing it for 30 seconds. However, I did forget that there was some baby oil residue on this nail still, so it didn't cure well. I had to cure it again when I was finished because, as you can see here, it did not cure well at all. So I applied some more rhinestone glue to the back of this aquarium tank and I cured it for 30 seconds. Then I'm just going around the aquarium tank to see if there are any spaces, and if they are, I am filling in the spaces with the rhinestone glue. This ensures that when I apply the liquid, there isn't any leaking. And right here I was contemplating, how am I going to get the liquid inside of this nail? So I'm just going to be doing the same thing for the other nail while I contemplate on how I'm going to be getting the liquid inside of these aquarium nails. So I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. If you guys have reached this far in the video, don't forget to hit the like button below, comment your thoughts on the design as well, and don't forget to subscribe. This really helps the channel when you do all of these things, and also when you share my videos as well. It shows YouTube that you all are interested in the video and it pushes the video out to a larger audience. So thanks to all who have supported me on my YouTube journey thus far, and thank you for 4,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness. Thanks a lot for supporting me on my YouTube journey, and I hope you guys continue. Let me know what you'd like to see more of on my channel as well. So the fact that I placed some liquid inside of the heart and it leaked out to the rest of the nail, that gave me sort of an idea. Maybe if I just placed the liquid inside of the nail like I usually do when I'm doing aquarium tanks, it will just disperse throughout the whole nail. However, it did not work. The liquid just was not going in certain areas of the aquarium tank, and it was becoming very frustrating. Now I'm just removing the red markings from the nails. So I'm just applying the liquid right here and nothing is really happening. I thought the liquid would go throughout the whole nail, but it just was not going anywhere. So that was very disappointing. So I had to drill a hole in the backing of the aquarium tank and place the needle and get the liquid inside of the tank where I wanted to. But the weird thing about this is when I placed the needle and dispersed the liquid was going to the tip of the nail, which was very strange. Why wasn't it going when I applied it the other way, but it's going to the tip of the nail when I applied it right here? That was very frustrating and I didn't like that at all. Come on. Why is this happening? But anyway, when I was finished applying the liquid, I just covered the hole with some rhinestone glue. I made sure to clean the outside of the area with rubbing alcohol first and then placed the rhinestone glue just to cover up that hole and cured for 30 seconds. I flash cured first and then cured for 30 seconds in my bigger nail lamp. And yeah, this is the liquid right here. There is a lot of liquid in here. I'm happy about that. So I'm just going to be placing some more of the heart-shaped glitters at the tip area right here. And then I would place some more liquid and cover up the hole. So I'm just going to be applying some clear polygel to fill up the aquarium tank. And I flash cured that for 5 to 10 seconds and then I cured in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds. And while filling up this tank, the crazy thing is the section where the heart was not being filled up. So I had to do the same thing that I did initially by drilling a hole in the backing of the aquarium tank just to get the liquid inside of that section. But I really enjoyed doing this nail set, although it stressed me out. Then I just fill up the hole again and cured for 30 seconds. So yeah, I had to drill another hole because something wasn't moving or a certain area didn't have much liquid. I don't remember what happened, but yeah, I had to do it again. So yeah, I'm almost finished with the aquarium nail. Now I'm just gonna be shaping the aquarium nail, so I just clipped off the excess right there, and then I'm going to be filing the nails. And this is after filing. Now I'm going to be applying some rhinestones to the aquarium nails. And the sticky tabs on my nail stands just don't work that good, so I just decided to hold it. So I'm applying top coat and curing that for 30 seconds. Then I placed some rhinestone glue on a nail palette, and I'm using a nail art brush just to trace over the heart. And next I would be applying some rhinestones and curing that for 30 seconds. I cured in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds, and I'm also going to be applying some caviar beads to the rhinestones as well, and I will cure that as well for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to be encapsulating some heart-shaped glitters using the Lazy Girl method. So I just placed a small bead of gel base coat, then I pick up one of the heart-shaped glitters, applied pressure, and then I flash cured it for 5 to 10 seconds. I'm going to be doing that at the nail bed area of the aquarium nail. So this is how it looks. Now I am applying gel base coat to seal in the glitters, and then I would cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying the nail tips to my nails. And before doing that, I'm going to be placing sunscreen on my hand just to protect my skin, since it's going to be in the lamp often during this video. Then I'm going to be applying gel base coat and curing for 30 seconds. I am using my Meow nail lamp from Modelones. If you are interested in this nail lamp, I will have a link in the description below. Next, I'm going to be applying the nail tips to my nails using Macart clear polygel, and I cured all of the nails for 30 seconds. So each of the nails that I applied, I cured it for 30 seconds. Since the aquarium nails were so heavy, I couldn't flash cure it. I had to cure it fully. So I decided to cure each of the nails for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to be using this pink polygel from Modelones. So I just placed a bead of this pink polygel on the index nail and distributed it on the index nail, and this pink polygel was really soft. It was difficult to manage, so I had to apply gel base coat so that I can manage it, and it was really sticky. So yeah, I'm just placing it on the index nail. I had to do a second bead in order to reach full opacity. This first layer was really translucent. And I said that when I applied the gel base coat, it was a little better to manage. Yes, it was, but it was still really sticky, really soft, and really everything. But it was way better than how it was before I applied the gel base coat. So I cured that for 30 seconds, and now I'm applying a second bead. And I cured that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be using this glitter polygel from Saviland and just applying that to the thumbnail and distributing that. And this pink polygel is really pretty. So yeah, I cured that for 30 seconds. Then onto the pinky nail, I applied a small bead of the glitter polygel to the tip area only, and I'm just evenly distributing that at the tip area. This nail is going to be an ombre nail, so next I'm going to be applying the pink solid polygel at the nail bed area and just fading that into the glitter. Then I'm just going to be encapsulating the pinky nail and the thumbnail and curing for 30 seconds. Now I am applying some rubbing alcohol to remove the tackiness from the nails, and then I filed the nails off camera. This is after filing of the nails. I applied the rhinestones and top coat off camera. Now I'm going to be applying my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. And this is the finished look. So this is my split heart aquarium nail set. I think it turned out really good. Well, in theory, this nail set was amazing, but you know, when you really get down to the nitty-gritty of it, a bit difficult to achieve. Movement of the glitters was very difficult because these glitters don't really move when I apply them to my aquarium tanks. So yeah, that was very difficult to achieve. However, the bubbles don't lie, you know. I'm grateful that there were bubbles moving in this aquarium tank, and the caviar beads were moving as well. It was very subtle movement, but the hearts couldn't really move much because, you know, they are compact, so they couldn't really move much even if I wanted it to, but everything looked really good. I like it. And look at those bubbles, so huge. Love it. Unfortunately, I wish I did apply some more of the heart-shaped glitters to the middle nail at the top there, right where the bubble is there. I wish I did apply some more glitters, but it's okay. This is my first time doing such a complex aquarium nail, and I think it turned out really good. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.